Good morning. Sunday morning. Sitting here and I'm watching the world come awake. Yes, it's early. I'm watching there's two woolly wagtails annoying the hell out of a sulphur-crested cockatoo. It's quite comical, actually. Only I'm not going to bother trying to show you on here because my phone just doesn't do that. So I watched a video this morning about where the world's consciousness is going, and I resonated with it very much because, yes, I feel as though we are waking up to our bigger potential, because quite honestly, and this is what triggered this, is that a friend contacted me and said that they stuffed up her home delivery order. How is that even possible? It is all printed out these days. It is all checked and balances. And, oh my God, remember the days when you had to ring the landline and had to keep ringing until they answered? And then someone on the other end had pen and paper. Pen and paper. I mean, yes, they didn't get the orders right even back then, but hello, that was with pen and paper. They didn't have GPSs. They had to look up a Refidex, a paper book while you're driving. Hello. And they had it more right than wrong than what they do these days. And yet everything is, we type the order exactly how we want it onto an app or whatever, and they receive it and they look at it, and all they've got to do is follow the instructions. And then the delivery driver only has to put the address in and the GPS device will send it, but they still stuff it up. I mean, we just don't get it where I live because I'm down a section and off the section, and, and that's why I have Parcel Locker. And then even Australia Post muck up Parcel Locker. I mean, there was something that had been sitting at the centre for over 24 hours, and I went in and said, where is it? Oh, it's here. Well, it hasn't clicked over that it's waiting here for me. It's still in transit. We've got all these conveniences, and yet people still can't do their job. It leads you to... And then I've also been looking at, thank you for the reminder, of architecture and all the marvellous buildings that we had ages and ages ago, and the intricacies and how it was built, and it was all geometrical and aligned with frequency and for our benefit, for our health. And where have they gone? I mean, all you see are really old photos, and it's what happened. You've got to start thinking, maybe, that there's something in the water, that there's something in the air, that there's something in our food, that there's something in our medicines, which tend to make people sicker. So, and I have a friend who has dumped a large part of their pharmaceutical regime that the doctor put them on, and changed over to supplements, and their health has never been better. In fact, they are the best that they've ever been. So, and and she is convinced that they were trying to kill her because, well, she stopped taking them and she's better. What other conclusion can you possibly come to other than that? So this is where we're at with coming back to that. I watched a video this morning, and it was about that there is no one coming to save us. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to think for ourselves. We have to research for ourselves. We have to critically think about where we are, how we got here, and how do we get back to some sort of semblance of our personal lives over the control that we find ourselves under at the moment. I mean, what happened? Huh? This is not the country that I was born into, and it's very concerning the direction that we're going. However, there is hope. You know, Bobby Kennedy Jr. being made to be in charge of health and pharmaceuticals in the USA. Go Bobby. I hope everybody who is involved with those endeavours lives a very long life, because there's going to be a lot of people who will not be happy about that. And so I wish them a long life. And I'm currently watching a cloud that I can see in the form of a dragon. I can see the dragon's head. I'll stop this and take a photo to show you. And happy Sunday, peeps.